Hi, we're gonna do a fun, little pick a card reading, pick a crystal reading, and we're gonna do a fun one today. So it's gonna be who is thinking about you and why are they thinking about you? Why can't they stop thinking of you? So it's gonna be we'll tap into the who, the why, and we'll look a little bit into, are they going to do anything about it? Are they just admiring you from afar? So yeah, it'll be a little bit of a crush reading, and I think just let yourself be surprised and let yourself have fun with it. I think a lot of the time, or a lot of people might come into this reading and be like, Bridget, no one's thinking about me, what are you doing? But actually, as you choose a group and as the information comes forward, I think you guys will be surprised and you might start resonating with what I'm saying and think oh, okay, I had no idea they were thinking of me that way. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and I will too. And I'm going to have 4 groups today. And yeah, I'll try not to do each group for too long because you know me. All right, so we'll go for it. And feel free to pick by a colour with these crystals. So the first one is white. Can't really see it. It's a clear quartz, but it's pretty white. Then the second one will be this blue crystal, bluey. The third one will be this rose quartz. And the fourth one will be this green guy, greeny yellow. So, to recap via colour, we have white, we have blue, we have pink, and we have green. So, whichever crystal you felt drawn to from your heart space, that's the one for you. And I'm going to get started with group 1. So we're going to find out, group 1, who's thinking of you? Who are they? Alright, so tuning into everyone who chose group number 1. Okay. Oh my gosh, massive Aquarius energies here. So we have the Star and we have the 6 of Swords, so massive Aquarius energies. We also have the 3 of Swords, but we'll get to that. Yeah. So it could be Libra as well. But I'm really picking up a message around, it could be any air sign actually, because this card's associated with Mercury, so that indicates Gemini or Virgo. But I'm really heavily feeling the Aquarius vibe, because the Star card's around the Aquarius and the 6 of Swords talks about Aquarius, and it talks about zooming out and getting distance. So I'm picking up a message from Spirit that you aren't quite seeing how this person sees you. You're too focused in on minute details, and you're not really picking up the full picture of things. You're not really seeing how this person's actually viewing you, and they see you in very, very incredibly positive light. They think of you as very inspiring to them. They think of you as very intuitive. They see you as an intuitive person who goes with the flow of things, even if this is not technically how you see yourself. Bear in mind, this is simply the message from Spirit of how they are viewing you at this time. So they're definitely thinking of you quite a lot. There's definitely an aspect of social media stalking happening, or just checking up on your social media pages all the time, and really peeking at your photos, and yeah, even imagining kind of a life with you as well, I'm hearing. How exciting. But yeah, I'm definitely vibing air signs with this one. It could be Virgo, but I'm hesitant to say Virgo. I think it's more Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini at this time. So I'm also picking up there's this anxiety in you around almost you don't feel like this star. You are a star, but you don't feel like it. You don't see it in yourself. So this person sees that in you as well. They see how you don't really always acknowledge the ways in which you are incredible and beautiful and outstanding, as I'm hearing. You stand out to them. And they're just really attracted to you. They're really drawn to you. And I think that sometimes they don't even know what to do about that. They have a little bit of trouble expressing themselves. I'm picking up that you sometimes have a bit of trouble expressing yourself because you don't give yourself credit for how incredible you are, basically. So this card is telling you, like, get some distance from the situation. Try and look at it from a new perspective. Try and, like, if you're interested in this person as well and you're like, oh my gosh, she's talking about them, then, like, try and, like, visualize yourself engaging with this situation in a different way. Like, try and take some distance, or just, like, start to see yourself in more of this starlight. Like, look at yourself through the lens of love. See how beautiful you are, even if it's just in the tiniest way, and then focus on that. You know, we're so good at focusing on all the stuff about ourselves we don't like, or all the things about our appearance we think aren't attractive, etc., etc. But it's like, this person's not seeing that in you at all. When they think of you, they just simply think of this star. Maybe you're an Aquarius. They think you're really unique. They think you're an individual. They feel inspired by you. They feel inspired by your creativity and your self-expression. And they really see you going places as well. Spirit's saying they really see this in you. So, wow. Let's do a few more tarot cards. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Wands. So the Eight of Cups is associated with Pisces. So there could be a Pisces Virgo axis happening for some of you guys. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter. And then we have the King of Wands, which is Sagittarius. Interesting. So these two are Sagittarius energies, actually, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So. Spirit, would you like me to pass through at this time? Okay, they see you as someone who's very lucky, and again, they see you as someone who's incredibly, or who will be incredibly successful. You may already be incredibly successful, but that's how they view you, and they really see that, like, you're someone who, you know, it's like I'm seeing this message of, like, you know how sometimes, like, if you were to go to a school reunion, people would not even recognize you anymore. They'd be like, who's that in the corner? Who's that? And feel really drawn to you, but not remember you, because you've transformed, I'm hearing. You just have absolutely transformed, and you've really, like, embraced your creativity and your authority and your leadership, which I'm seeing maybe you weren't able to do at some other phases of your life. I'm definitely seeing that you have become this new version of yourself. You've become this absolute beauty and stunning, like, you're stunning on the outside and the inside, basically. And if you don't see it, then trust me, other people are seeing it. And yet, even though you've gone through this incredible transformation and you are this King of Wands, you are this authority, you are this leader, you are this creative person, and this almost, I'm hearing, channel for the divine, it's like there's this element of you still being, like, stuck in the past and almost, like, not quite appreciating your beauty. Definitely you're not appreciating your beauty, but it's more than that. It's like you're not appreciating the person you have become, who you truly are now. Because this Eight of Cups talks about, like, abandonment and feeling like a victim and getting really stuck in, like, you know, the pain of life, which is totally valid. It's just that sometimes we disempower ourselves, you know, we disempower ourselves when something bad happens. When something happens, we can, you know, just go to feeling, like, really victimized by it. And I'm just seeing that, like, this is an old pattern of yours, but it's like, it doesn't really suit who you are becoming anymore, because you're so strong. You're really, really strong. And this is what people see, and this is what people acknowledge about you. And yet it's like sometimes you doubt yourself and you feel like this Eight of Cups energy, you feel like, oh my God, like, I need, I need someone to help me, I can't do this alone. And it's like, actually, you've got this. You're like so there, you're so ready. And this is what people are seeing in you, and this is what this person is thinking about you at this time. So maybe you're a Pisces, or you have like a Pisces moon. I'm definitely picking up, if you want star signs, I'm definitely picking up Sagittarius, Aquarius, the main ones, and then Gemini, Libra, and possibly Virgo. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a few oracle cards around. Let's do these around, like, what are they thinking about you? And are they going to do anything about their thoughts? Because whoever you're thinking of, like, massive Aquarius vibes, but whoever you're thinking of, they really have the hots for you. And yeah, I'm just saying. So let's see, like, are they going to do anything about it? Oh my God. Spirit, why do you do this to me? I swear to God. She gave me like 50 cards. Thanks. I'm so grateful. Alright, so we have Divine Passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Yeah, okay. So this tells me that whoever's thinking about you is starting to realize, okay, this is more than just a passing crush. This is something that I really feel like is probably going to last. So they're starting to think, like, what can I actually do about this? Is this something that would be reciprocated? They're definitely they see you as being too good for them, which is hilarious because you see yourself as not being good enough for them. So it's like this ridiculous kind of thing going on between you two. Very much they're passionate about you. They would like to express this to you. They're just like really afraid of failure. And again, they put you on this pedestal. They think you're too good for them. Abundance, prosperity. Yeah. So this is telling me that they are thinking like you have an abundance of offers. You have an abundance of people who are like, hey honey, what you doing tonight? You know what I mean? Like they think you just have this outpouring of like offers for love or, other stuff. And they're kind of like intimidated by you at times. They're just like, oh, they'd never choose me. And it's so ridiculous because I think that, yes, I think you're an abundant person, but I think you don't know this about yourself very often. And I think that as well, yeah, you really doubt yourself in terms of your beauty. Okay, so your person's thinking a lot about your sensitivity. And by sensitivity, I just simply mean like your heart space and like the ways that you keep your heart open throughout your life, and you love people very deeply, and maybe you care about animals. I'm hearing maybe you're a vegetarian, something like that. And this is something that your person is thinking about you a lot and thinking like, just really admiring your sensitivity and your receptivity to things that happen and your emotional intelligence, all of these things. Your heart chakra, they're really drawn to your heart chakra. You might have a green aura. Infinite supply. This is ridiculous. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrow. So this is just a cheeky message from Spirit in general that you are your abundance is your birthright and it's coming to you. But this is also around your person or the person thinking of you. Basically, again, just thinks that you could have anyone like that. Anyone like would just come fall at your feet kind of thing, which is really just a projection of how they feel about you. But it's kind of holding them back at this point because you're like, hey, where you at? And then they're not there. Do you know what I mean? Because they're just like, oh, but she could have anyone or he could have anyone. And then quiet time. Take some time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Yeah, this is what the person who's thinking about you is doing. They're just like holding back, contemplating things, just like really keeping up with your social media pages and your like online presence, and maybe you guys are even chatting online. I'm hearing like you guys are sending messages back and forth, and there's a little bit of energy between you, but you're both a bit scared of what could happen or what could progress from it. And yeah, they're just like really biding their time, and they're not going to make a move unless they really see it going well. And so if you're interested, then maybe it's time for you to express that. Definitely indicate it if that's what you would like. If you're not interested in them, then maybe back off a bit because they're really interested in you. So like you don't want to break their heart. yeah, so they're just gonna really rest assured, or rest on it, sit on it, sleep on it, you know what I mean? That kind of energy of like, I'm just gonna sit with this for a while until I know what to do. Because they're kind of like, yeah, they've got a lot of fear coming up around rejection and around, yeah, just thinking that you're just like this goddess or god and that you'd never fall for them in a million years. So that's what's going on. All right, group one. Let me know if that resonated with you. It was really fun to channel, and yeah. Okay. Group two, this blue guy or gal, whatever. So we're going to figure out who is thinking of you at this time, and also a little bit about like what they're thinking and whether or not they're going to kind of like come forward with that or not. You know what I mean? Because I think, yeah. So we'll just see what comes through. Okay, what comes through? Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. Yep. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, I was just getting quite involved in some stuff there. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. So I'm definitely seeing an air sign or an earth sign. I'm seeing Libra. I'm even seeing like a Taurus energy with this. Yeah, maybe Libra or Taurus I'm seeing, yeah. If you guys aren't currently like chatting, they would really like to chat to you or chat you up, I'm hearing. And they're like a little bit hesitant to, or they were before they started talking to you, if you guys are talking, but it's like once they get going, they're just going to go like full steam ahead, and really nothing's going to stop them from expressing themselves, because they're quite impulsive, I'm picking up, and they're very fast moving. So it's like if you were waiting for them to make a move, then it's like as soon as they do make one, it's going to be like it's all going to come out, you know what I mean? Everything's sort of going to happen at once. There's also a message in this card that your person who thinks about you a lot, they might be from another state or another country or another city. You know, they might just live at a different location, and so there might be this like long distance element to your relationship. And I'm picking up that, yeah, they're very like urgent kind of energy. They're very like fast. Everything has to be very fast, and they're very like in their heads, very mind based, and they think about you a lot. Like you're seriously always on their mind, to the point where like maybe it's even annoying for them because they feel like they can't get on with their days, you know, because they're just like everything comes back to you. And I'm seeing they check their phone all the time, like ridiculously. They're checking their phone to see if you've replied or if you've updated anything. And yeah, there's just this element of like, oh, we got 2 knights. That's so interesting. Yeah, so this is like this push and pull energy in them, because there's this part of them that's like this very fast moving knight that's very like, I need to get, and especially with this 8 of Wands, which is like that fiery, fast moving change energy. It's like they just want something to happen with you like that, and they're really like, at times like they feel like, oh, but I don't know how it would go. So there's this hesitancy that comes up in amongst this urgency that really is stopping them from actually expressing with you currently how they feel. So there's this element with this Knight of Pentacles where they want to know the facts. They want to know everything. They want to be like, okay, but if I, express myself, then how would they respond? They really want to know that they're going to be received, and there's this fear of rejection, and there's also this fear coming up around, but I don't know what that would mean for me. Like, how would things change if, if I went forward with this, if I trusted my feelings? There's this element of they want to gather as much information as they can before they can move forward, before they can make a move even. So it's this real challenging energy for them, because they're really in this push and pull energy where it's like there's this real strong part of them that just wants to act and just go for it and not even care about consequences. But there's this other part of them that's really pulling them down into the earth, into the groundedness of reality, and they're kind of like, oh no, but that could go really badly, and I don't know if I'm really ready for that, and da-da-da-da. So I'm seeing that maybe they have like an earth moon and an air sun, something like that combination. Like I'm seeing that they've got an air and an earth sign in their charts that are quite dominant, or even like a earth sun and an air moon, something going on with that. And let's pull a few more tarot about this person and what they're thinking and etc. Okay, so we've got the Hermit. Okay, so they might be a Virgo actually, for sure. They could definitely be a Virgo. So right now, this is their energy. They're very in themselves. They're staying safe. They want to know that when they move forward that it will be safe to do that. And they're really, 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 really attracted to you. This Two of Cups is saying they're really, really into you, and it's also telling me that you're really into them. So if you're inquiring about a crush and you're like, are they really actually keen on me? Yes. Maybe they put forward this front of being really together, really self-sufficient, really not needing anyone, and then this Knight of Pentacles is they think that it's protecting them from pain, but the true, how they truly feel is they want to start conversation with you. They want to initiate maybe even the talk, to say look, I really like you. Could this be more than, that kind of thing. Okay. And yeah, they're just really into you. There could even be this element of they would move countries for you. They would move cities for you. That's how interested they are. And they just fully committed if you were. This is the thing. They want to let you know, but they're really shy about it right now. They're really holding back and just sort of retreating into themselves because with the Hermit, because they're just I don't want to risk my feelings being exposed because I feel for this person so deeply. And they really do. Maybe you guys have a past life connection I'm even picking up, because it's more than just a crush that's, you're attracted to each other. It's deeper than that. So yes, definitely Virgo energy, and yes, definitely an earth sign I think is indicated here, and an air sign. So I'm definitely seeing Taurus and Virgo and Libra, and that's all that I might be seeing Gemini as well. Okay. So, I'm going to do some of these oracle cards, and we're going to ask, a little bit of clarifying about, okay, so your person is unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, so, I think this just sums up exactly what this reading said. It's from the outside appearances, you might be questioning, thinking no way, they don't like me like that. But it's yes, they do. They're just really good at hiding that, because they have this need to, it's very Virgo energy actually. They have this need to be okay, but if I move forward, I need to know exactly what step I'll take and exactly how that will be received so that I can prepare for it and prepare for the worst and prepare for the best, that kind of energy. So it's definitely Virgo energy. So they're really, really it's not what they're showing to you, but that's really, truly how they feel. On a soul level in themselves, they're obsessed with you. Okay. And we'll do a little bit more about, so we'll ask, okay, so will they come forward with this feeling, Spirit? because they're thinking about you constantly, but are they going to act on that or not? That's what I'd like to know, Spirit. Can you clarify what they might act on? Or if they might act at all. Oh yeah, this one wanted to come out. Don't back down, stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, yep, they're definitely going to act on it. Honeys, they're definitely acting on it. Don't worry about it. It's just like let them take time, and it's going to happen really fast when it does happen with this Eight of Wands, okay? So it's like they're thinking about you. Yes, their appearances, they might be putting forward that they aren't or that they're not interested, but they're not going to back down from how they feel about you, because they believe that you're more than just a crush. You're more than just someone that caught their eye. You're more than just like someone who's like sexy to them. Like there's so much more going on for them. They really feel like a love being evoked for you. So they're not going to back down from that, because they actually don't really have a choice to. But they're also seeing the blue, so they are going to come forward and express themselves to you. So that's probably going to be quite a relief for you and for them when it happens, because I'm seeing that you feel exactly the same way that they do. You're both just as attracted to each other as the other, so that's great. So that's what's coming for you guys. Yeah, group 2. Nice work. I hope that was helpful for you at some level. And yeah. Okay. Group 3. This is your little pink rose quartz, and we're going to answer the question, who is thinking about you? What are they thinking? And are they going to do anything about it? Alright, let's find out. This is fun. Okay, whatever, Spirit. Interesting energies. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Swords and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So, I don't know, I think I need to get more. Okay. Need to get more. Spirit, come on. Give me a little bit more to work with than that. That was pretty, heavy. Oh my god. Okay, well this is undeniable. Alright, so we have the Tower and we have the Ace of Cups. So your person is thinking, or I think you have a history with this person is what I'm picking up. And they're thinking about you a lot, but unfortunately they're also thinking about how everything went wrong between you guys. They're thinking about the breakup or the ending, or if you guys are sort of like in separation, then they're thinking about why you guys are in separation and really like at times resisting the learning. They've got a lot of anxiety with this 8 of Swords. They're really stressing over you and feeling anxious that you're not in their life currently, or they don't believe that you will come back into their life, slow down. Or when they believe, like when they tell themselves, oh, this person will never be in my life again, they get incredibly anxious and they feel like a lot of attachment wounds come up, a lot of abandonment wounds, and I think that's probably part of the reason why you guys had to have a separation, is for more healing to happen. But they're definitely like really, really still into you a lot, and they're really thinking about you a lot, and they really like to start again with you with this Ace of Cups. But there needs to be this integration, I think, of the Tower experience you guys shared, and there also needs to be like they're seeing the relationship through the lens of like scarcity and fear, rather than through the lens of love. Like they're kind of thinking like, oh my god, time's running out with this person, time's running out for me to be able to start again with them, which is truly their intention and their want, is to start again with you. But as you know as well, there's a lot of integration and healing that's still happening for you guys, so it's like, it's hard. And even if you have never been with this person before, then, and you're just like, someone's thinking about you, then it's simply that like you're both integrating Tower experiences into your life currently. So in terms of who might be thinking about you, I'm definitely getting a Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising, guys. I'm also getting Aries or Scorpio, because this card is associated with Mars, which is one of the original rulers of Scorpio and rules Aries. So it could be an Aries or a Scorpio. Someone who has very strong or present Mars energy, which is kind of like our will and kind of our, you know, our reactivity. We like kind of just go for it, you know. Yeah. There could also be a Taurus in there as well. So it could be Taurus, Scorpio axis indicated for you guys. And let's do a few more tarot cards to see a bit more of a clarification, Spirit, around who is thinking about this person. Okay, so we've got 3 of Wands. Interesting. So it's definitely, I'm seeing someone who you already know, like in your community or in your friendship group, or someone, like I said, that you actually have a history with. Definitely for some of you guys, it's that you already have a history with this person. And yeah, there's just this real element of like needing to heal from this tarot experience so that you guys can move forward and kind of like plan your future together. Your person, or the person, really, really, really would like to start again with you and plan for something more stable. Really put down foundations that won't come crumbling down this time is what they're thinking. They're really thinking like, okay, how can I make this happen? How can I do it better this time? Which might be news to you and you're like, yay. But that's what they're going through. They're like, okay, but how could I get this person back? What would really make them want to envision a future with me? Because they don't want to lose you. And I'm really picking up a message for the people who are in separation right now, or that have broken up, or you're still thinking about the person that's your ex or something. But it's like, if you have just a crush on this person and you guys don't actually have a history together, then again, it means that you're both integrating tarot experiences right now. And once that integration and healing is done, and you guys have moved out of this sort of scarcity mindset that was probably evoked by the tarot experiences and the anxiety that that's brought up for you all, then it's going to mean that you can start with this person and really have something that's going to be stable leading into your future together. So that's really beautiful. All right, and we'll do one more tarot card. Spirit, one more tarot card, please, for group. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got the Death card. So it's definitely Scorpio energy. Yeah, definitely Scorpio and Taurus energy I'm picking up. So there has to be something let go of before you guys can start again. Okay? And that simply like may just take a tiny bit of time, because keep in mind that when we've just experienced a tower moment, you know, there's a lot of rebuilding that goes into that. There's a lot of rebuilding that goes into the time after the tower experience, right? So that's really the phase that you're in together right now, or you're in separately right now. And it's really, the message from Spirit is simply to like trust that this new beginning is inherent within your connection, or is inherent in your destiny, and that, you know, to surrender to this death is simply to let the connection transform, which is what you both truly want deep down anyway. And this person is thinking a lot about how they can transform within themselves, how they can be a better person for you, how they can be a better support for you, how they can not let so much of their shit get in the way this time when they start again with you, because they're aware that that happened. And yeah. Alright, I'm going to go and do a few of these, and we're just going to like, maybe, yeah, is your person gonna make a move and like come forward? Okay, we got independent. It says your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Interesting. So with this, I'm picking up that maybe why this tower moment happened for you guys is simply because there was a codependency happening in the relationship, and it wasn't going to support you both as individuals moving forward. So there had to be this breakdown of the relationship so that you could both get in touch and recenter yourself in your independence so that you can start again. Because we have the Death and the Tower card, so this really heavy Scorpio energy, really, really Scorpionic energy, and that's simply talking about, transformation, death and rebirth inherent in the one thing. Alright, and let's do one more of these to talk about, what about moving forward with the person that's thinking about you, what's going to happen there. If you've got any guidance for that, Spirit, that would be very appreciated at this time. Oh, this one and this one. Okay, so we have Sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. You are. And Fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new conditions, and access new ideas and give birth to new conditions. Oh my god. So Spirit's basically saying, like, the ball is in your court. If you would like a new beginning with this possibly Scorpio, then you gotta ask for it, honey. You gotta put it into your manifestation ritual. You gotta create space in your life for it. You gotta think about what it is about the future that you would want to be different with them this time around. What would you do different? What do you need them to do differently to support you in a different way? Get in touch with your needs as well, Spirit's saying, and really be clear about it. And it's the perfect time for this reunion to happen. I think you guys have both been in the shit of it for a while. It's been pretty heavy. There's been a lot of digesting of life events for you both in your histories and in your relationship past. So yeah, it's really time for this like joyfulness to come back in, for there to be more lightness, for there to be more clarity, for there to be more happiness and acceptance of each other, you know. And yeah, this is really just pointing you back to yourself, pointing you back to your own strength that you have inside of you, and saying, if you want this, then make it happen, because you can. You have the power. It's all inside of you already, basically. Okay, group 3. Thank you. That was nice to channel. And I'm going to move on to group number 4. Okay, group 4. This is your reading for who is thinking about you, and a little bit about why, a little bit about what they're going to do about it. All right, we've got the King of Pentacles. We've got Justice. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Strength. Not the Wheel of Fortune, sorry, we have the Chariot. Blech. Alright, so Cancer could be, like, I'm just going to say astrological signs. So Cancer, Leo with the Strength card, Libra with the Justice card, and the King of Pentacles is, I've got it written somewhere. Oh, it's Leo Virgo energy. So it's definitely a lot of Leo. That's very interesting. Is that Leo Virgo? Yeah, it's Leo Virgo. I just have my Book of Shadows open on my table down there. It just happened to be on the Pentacles page where I write all my notes about tarot. But anyway, so sorry for that. And this person who's thinking about you a lot, I'm definitely getting Leo vibes. I'm getting a lot of they really like to be like the leader and in control of things, and they're really pretty confident, pretty playful with you, and pretty flirty. I'm hearing that they really like to compliment you about your looks and stuff and tell you how sexy they think you are. And I think this is really about one of you has to take the reins of this situation and guide it in the direction you would like it to go in, because there's a lot of potential for you both. I'm seeing a Cancer Leo somehow connection, maybe even Capricorn and Aquarius indicated as well, I'm seeing. So there's a lot of potential for you guys. I'm seeing that there's possibly even a past life connection here, because with this Justice card, it's kind of talking about karmic lessons coming up to be learned, all that kind of thing I'm picking up. So yeah, Spirit, what is really the message you'd like me to pass on at this time? The person that's thinking about you really thinks that you embody a lot of this Justice energy. They think maybe you're a activist in some way, but they really just see you as someone who really stands up for what you believe is right. And you're very vocal about it, and you're very opinionated and honest. And they see you as someone who has a lot of willpower, who has a lot of self-direction, who is very independent, and who steers the ship of their own life in the direction that they are seeking to visit or arrive at. and they really admire this about you, but there is this element of like you both not taking action in this flirtatious phase of a connection or a crush or something like that, where they would really like they would feel really flattered as a Leo if you, or as Leo energy, for you to kind of be like, hey, I really find you good looking, or whatever, but you're kind of like more, I think I'm picking up, you're more traditional, so you'd like them to come to you about it. So it's really about what you want to do. And yeah, there's definitely this king energy about this person who's thinking about you. They're very like an authority in some way, and they're very like good with money. They're very stable, and they're very connected to the earth. They're very like, they're humble though, even though they have this Leo confidence. Like there's a little bit of a Virgo influence in there as well, so they're still a bit humble. They're still fairly like, there's kind of a balance between like being humble and still being quite headstrong. And yeah, there's kind of like this stalemate around who's going to make the move, who's going to take this leadership position, because like you're picking up, they kind of want to be in this leadership position, but then they're not making a move, so you're like, well, does that mean I need to? What the heck? So yeah, I'm definitely picking up that in your relationship or your connection. Maybe you guys are just crushes, maybe you haven't even gotten honest with each other about what the true feelings are yet, but that's what's there. And yeah, I'm going to do some of these goddess cards, I reckon, around what else are they thinking about you, group 4? We got fairness. Wow, that's like 2 justice cards, and we got focused intention. That's pretty insane, because fairness is basically the justice card, like again. So maybe you're a Libra, maybe they're a Libra. There's definitely Libra energy. Definitely Leo energy as well, though. Wow. Okay, so yeah, the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Okay, well, there you go. That's definitely a message from Spirit around your connection, whatever level of connection you guys are at right now. It's going to be handled. Spirit's taking care of it. I think it's very fated that you guys have gotten into contact, or you've met, or you are together, or whatever level you're at. Again, it's very fated, and it's going to be at some level like carried by the universe. You don't have to worry so much about it, Spirit's saying. And it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. This is how your person's feeling about you, or the person is feeling about you. This is so good. They like can't stop thinking about you, and they kind of like, yes, this is how I'm going to get them, is if I just keep on keeping on. Like they're very focused on you. They can't stop thinking about you, and it's getting in the way of their life a little bit. So something has to change soon. Something has to be told or said or reborn or whatever. And yeah, they kind of see you as a little bit like, I don't know how you guys will feel about this, but they almost see you as like a target, like they want to kind of like conquer you, if that makes sense. So I don't know, take it how it resonates. Alright, we're going to do one more about your potential future with this person who's thinking about you. Oh, expect a miracle. Wow, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Heck yeah. It's pretty clear. I mean, there's not really much more for me to say, I don't think. Expect the miracle. This person's going to come forward, I'm seeing, in a fair and just manner. Okay? Thank you for watching. Just a nice little quick short reading for y'all, and I'll see you real soon.